It's interesting. Sword, when it comes to the way that this is playing out, okay, so this is interesting. I'm glad that Cosolix is locked in the Macho Man here, because I was wondering if the Axe was even going to be used by him. Axe, while getting nerfed slightly, not quite the same story as Hammer. It's like, great, you lost your sidelight side air, but were people really banking on that to move the weapon in the first place? No. As we can see with Pugsy here, he's having a great time wailing on Cosolix with sidelight airs, neutral sigs, down lights, and down airs, and he's already in red as Cosolix finally picks up his signature weapon, the Lance, and he's out of there. Neutral sig catches him out of a jump, and Pugsy makes quick work of that first stock.
Yeah, wasting no time at all.
I guess what I was thinking about with both these players is like these two players basically weren't affected by recent balance changes with how they play. Sword's fine. Lance, honestly, has just been getting better, and Axe plays the same way in singles that you'd expect it to. So it's really just going to be a battle of who's the better player today. And when it comes between these two, Pugsy showcasing at the very least he is the better Axe player between these two.
And one thing that I was a little bit surprised by on this start, but it doesn't really seem to matter at all, is my goodness, Pugsy is going to town right now. Usually, Lance plus Demon Island usually equals a bad mix for anybody who decides to play them in there.
Cosolix plus Demon Island usually.
Yeah, Cosolix in particular, and Pugsy has not carried at all.
Yeah, he's in fact destroyed Cosolix every time that he's on the Lance. And Cosolix has been being pushed onto the Axe more and more. Half because every time he picks up a Lance, he dies to a neutral sig, but also because the weapons are not spawning fast enough with how fast the match is going.
Dude, that was domination. Hold on. I need to see the numbers for this. When did Cosolix get a hit in that game?
He got 158 damage.
Oh my goodness.
Which is like not very good.
No, I mean you're saying the neutral sigs were on point, but you know what else was on point? The dares.
I need to see the accuracy for Pugsy there, because I think it was like 3 neutral sigs. Okay, so yeah, 4 neutral sigs, 3 of them hit, and 3 of them resulted in knockouts there. 75% accuracy. Pugsy demolished Cosolix. Cosolix did not play that game.
No, that was a one-player game that we just witnessed. But Cosolix going into this next one here, let's see if we can wake it up a bit. Going to Apocalypse, definitely another place that you could of course get those Nair string resets off of the platform if you're on the right position. You have plenty of room to cover just off of one sidelight or one side air, much like that. And he's already looking a little bit better off the start here as he finds a Nair. He just misses out on the side air. Actually, he's still going.
Down air hits again. Cosolix just keeping Pugsy at the stage. Okay, Pugsy recovers through, but the side air hits again. We've got to remember here that on Brawlhalla, right, Pugsy's glass cannon. So yes, could speed run through opponents if all he's doing is hitting them and not getting hit. But we saw there, he was getting hit quite a bit in the first 30 seconds of that game, and he goes down almost as fast as Cosolix does in game number 1. And now this is like, all right, I'm feeling better about this match so far, at least for Cosolix's sake, because that was a 3-stock in under 2 minutes last game.
Game 1, we saw the first submission for the Games Done Quick category, and now it's Game 2, we're looking at the counter submission from Cosolix. They're playing, wow!
Oh, the neutral sig!
Tasha, they are playing to get the fastest recorded top 32 best of 5 so far.
Yeah, that is actually the best way to summarize it. I had to think about what you said. Like, yeah, I guess the best way to do this is to 3-stock each other back and forth. And that's the rate that we're going at here. But Pugsy says enough is enough. He gets that ground pound there, and he goes off the bottom of the stage. As now I think he's a Lance Sair away from losing this stock here. Definitely an Axe Sair away.
Yeah, I like the fact that Pugsy also queued up the Axe for the next play, because you got the sword, maybe get a few random hits in there, but the Axe is pretty much what has gotten you a lot of their damage so far. So I like that idea. Actually, never mind, it was the sword that was queued up. I thought that the Axe was coming up next, and Cosolix is continuing what we saw from stock 1.
Yeah, Cosolix really having that flowchart heavy gameplay there on the Lance, ending with the neutral sig, covering as many dodges as he likes, thinks possible. Sidelight Nair comes through. Oh, and he dodges right through the gravity cancel downlight from Pugsy, and the side air puts him off stage. The neutral sigs are not hitting, but they're doing a great job on conditioning Pugsy to recover in a certain direction, and it's only going to take that one side sig from Cosolix to get that dodge down, where it's just going to be the stock. And I thought that was it.
Yeah,
I think it would have worked too.
I think you're on cue with that. I think it might have worked. But also, like Cosolix, like you're saying, forcing him to recover the way he wants. Now he's in just side air string away. But granted, he's going to be getting Axe up next. Too. So he's did so much damage off of that conditioning that now this would be his game to lose. D-Light side air comes through, but Pugsy was quickly getting rid of those stocks in that last game, it could happen.
He made Axair look like a bad move with how easily he was dodging that there. So Cosolix switches over to the Lance, where he's had a lot more success with the siders with this weapon. Pugsy staying on the ground, doesn't get hit by the sidelight recovery as he dodges straight through, and the neutralites, the weapon throws. This is scary. Pugsy, okay, gets there, but if Pugsy kept up that momentum, he only really needs Cosolix and Orange for that neutral stick to take him off the right side of the stage. A really heavy-hitting legend that Pugsy's on right there, but Cosolix does take game 2 and even up the set, despite, you know, game 1 basically not happening.
It took the straight hit side air to come through finally on a jump call, but like there was at least 4 times in a row where Cosolix was trying to go for a side light into a read, and Pugsy saw through each one. Now we're going to turn to Demon Island, which, like we said before, normally this would be like, why did you bring Cosolix here type stage?
Yeah.
But Pugsy made a very big difference in that case.
Hey, Pugsy lost the game, and the stage is still here. So that's why it's like, it's interesting because I do think it's very much a challenge to Cosolix as well, being like, I know you love to go here, and I 3-starred you here. So you might as well just let them have it so they can continue getting those wins. And because Pugsy wins game 1, he has those counterpick advantages going into the game, assuming that he keeps doing that alternating whatever, right? And cider hits. Neutral stick could come in here. No, just a cider to get the landing. The Cosolix even touch. He did. He makes it back, and Pugsy, a little bit of oversight there, goes to the neutral stick, hoping to get the jump there.
That's what I've been waiting for this whole time. Something we've always said is that when Pugsy is playing well, it's when sword neutral sticks are constantly connecting. Like that's been a staple of Pugsy. Whenever you see him come through with the Finn, this time switching things up, but it's still not something we saw a lot leading up to this point.
Yeah.
But how many times have we seen Pugsy just win off these dares and off of these side lights on demons so far? Because Cosolix just keeps trying to challenge him.
Quite a few. I think the count is 4 so far.
It's
right?
pretty high.
Those 4 stocks, yeah. It's and it's interesting. I do think that you have a good point about the sword neutral sig. It's just that the axe has been so successful for Pugsy here that he doesn't really want to think about that weapon, right? That neutral sig came through, and Cosolix just barely avoided it. But while avoiding it, he's just getting destroyed. down heavy hits. It's just
the way you just said that was like I felt like I was listening to an audiobook about like an epic fight going off, but it was set to the wrong tune. It's like, and in the midst of this whole battle, he got bodied.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta say how it is, right? Because I'm like, after that last game, I want to be like, yes, this is a very close match between 2 evenly matched competitors. No, not on Demon Island. It's not. Pugsy is demolishing him, and I'm like, I'm really confused, Ajax, because Cosolix actually destroyed Pugsy on Apocalypse.
Yeah,
let's stop going here. I guess.
think it'd be the other way around, having the platform available to Axe. But like you were saying, I think this could be just maybe a check to Cosolix. Like, look, I know you like to come here, but I'm going to show you my neutrals better than yours, and I'm going to keep outplaying you here. And now Cosolix is starting to get some starts, but he has been constantly whiff punished on most of these side lights. Finally coming in, though. He's going to get him with the side air. Goes for the... Oh, he just missed. That's a free dare. That's going to be not a free punish on the recovery. I thought he had that red like last time.
Ooh, all right. Cosolix has a lot of options here, but I like that. Dips back to the stage at the very last second, hovering in the air. Gets that down air, that drop down air, right? So it's like, if he jumped, he would not have been able to reach. It's just one of those, a lot of the different ways that you can play off of the wall. There's, again, that quick touch, dropping down, fast falling, get the dare, gets so much more distance on the move than you'd expect. And as much as I was riding Cosolix off this game...
Okay, yeah, a Lance stock is starting to happen right now, actually. Okay, dealer recovery, yeah, that's going to be enough. Plenty of knockback, of course, on the side of side of Jalo, so you're probably not going to be surviving that regardless. And that was good defense at the end to calm down, because that was a lot of times that you were starting to get hit by those side lights from Cosolix.
Pugsy was in orange on 3 stocks to Cosolix's 1 stock, and he almost won. So Cosolix and Pugsy, this is just an explosive back and forth match. And I have to start calming down with how much Pugsy is destroying him on some of these Demon Island games, because Cosolix did bring it back. And it was like, uh-oh, you get Zared again. I think you just lose the game. And now here we are in Spirit Realm, and this is interesting. Because this is, out of all the regions that I've been watching over the weekend, I think we've been seeing this stage picked here more in North America.
I think I saw it maybe a collective total of 3 or 4 times.
And tops. It was like a game 4 counter pick, and then they were like, let's just not.
We're already up to, I think, 3 times here in NA. So that this is definitely a bit more of a counter pick idea, like you're saying here. But because you get things like these resets, as
I don't know if it was gonna hit.
for the clip, I wish that hit, but
Yeah.
it did not connect. And still, though, Cosolix is just forcing Pugsy to have to choose the correct route, go into that platform, and Lance just covers so much of it, goes ahead, gets him on the bottom, it does not get the touch, and that's Cosolix taking the first stock.
Platforms are making a huge difference for Cosolix there, and I think you really hit it on the head with the better neutral on Small Demon Island. So on Demon Island and Brawlhaven, those are the stages that you go to, and this is just a platform fighter game standard in general. If you want to be like, okay, who wins the most rock, paper, scissors, you get a flat stage. But with Cosolix having this platform, we're seeing him play so much more around it in the sense that he's staying on the platform, gets the drop down air, sometimes in there, sometimes he brings Pugsy back up there, charges at the gravity cancel neutral sigs. He's been making it look really good, and Pugsy, while hitting Cosolix, okay, that sider was actually great. Pugsy taking advantage of that platform now, right? Hitting that Sair, landing there, and seeing if he needed to edge guard him even more.
Yeah, if we can see Pugsy start to use that a little bit more to his favor, it'll definitely look a lot better. But I was thinking about how you said the rock, paper, scissors. Imagine rock, paper, scissors, Rocket Lance. That is definitely a very skewed in favor matchup amongst those.
Yeah, Rocket Lance has got it good there in that situation, but the recovery hits.
Rock still somehow wins, but that recovery is going to find its mark. That's, I think, one of the few recoveries we've seen Cosolix finally connect on. So it seems like Cosolix is starting to wake up as the set has been progressing very well.
We are far away from the days of silent recovery being true, but Cosolix still gets that move to connect every once in a while, and it's still a very powerful move, especially against Maggie, who has that forward defense here from the stance that Pugsy's in. Sidelight down air. I thought the down light was going to come through after that dodge in, and that time Cosolix had the idea, but Pugsy's already changing every single time he's dodging out of hit stun. But Pugsy's down to stock, and Cosolix is getting more wins in than he's losing.
Yeah, you have the knockout potential. You get the dare. Do you go for the ground pound? No, just doubles up on the dare and sends it back up towards the stage.
I think the nair was the only thing he could hit there.
Yeah, I think so. Just get the extra damage on it. It was also really low, so if you commit too far, you fast fall down. Now you are now in disadvantage. So Pugsy's still resetting things, but it's very deep in the red. That's going to be a stock, but you're going to need one of those really quick stocks like before if you want to get back into the things. I think Cosolix looks great right now, though.
Neutral sig hit. It kind of looked like Cosolix got like gravity pulled into it, but he may have been in the middle of a Lance Sair, and it just caught his body. I don't know. Anyways, Pugsy bringing us back now. Never mind. Sair hits, but it was looking good for those 3x hits until that Sair connects, and now we're going on to a Game 5.
If you would have told me that this one was going to Game 5, I would have definitely...
Okay. Cosolix did not pick Demon Island that time. We were in the replays. We're going to see... we're still in the loading. I'm going to see if we get to that replay where Pugsy got that knockout. No, okay. So this is going to be Cosolix getting that Sair as Pugsy tries to circle around him. That's something that Pugsy, I saw, does a lot, whether he's ahead or behind with the axe, but just at a stalking high damage, is that he hovers very closely to Cosolix, being like, I'm going to try to get as many dares as I can, and if I get hit, so be it.
Yep, well, Game 5 advantage does technically go to Cosolix, because amongst the 4 games we've played, Pugsy's only won on the flat stages. Cosolix has won at every platform stage so far.
Pugsy tried to get him to Demon Island, but Cosolix didn't bite that time, and he could have banded Apocalypse in favor of leaving Brawlhaven open. But going against Lance on Brawlhaven with a 4 defense legend, probably not the best idea. Oh, and Cosolix gets the neutral sig off of the dodge down. He goes to the weapon throw over, and the side sig punishes Cosolix for going for a haymaker. Doesn't quite get the stock.
Yeah, not going to be close enough yet, but this is straight hit territory. A side air at the side. Oh, neutral light's not going to be enough either, but weapon does not force it to dodge down. Does he get him off of the dare with the ground pound? No, just holding stage, looking for the neutral lights baby back on stage, going for the D-light, just misses out, and now Cosolix has weapon advantage.
Oh, goes for those recoveries. The Sair hits. Pugsy can make it back. Cosolix primes a Lance, and the down air hits Pugsy before we get back to the stage, and that's the stock. But this is the closest game that we've had between these two so far, and it's Game 5. And Cosolix love bringing this in every time I can have him on the screen. D-light recovery doesn't hit him, but he's one of the few players that you'll see actively make a conscious decision to prime one of his weapons, and he did it with the Lance. So even if he comes back now, I think it's ready. Actually, he may have starved again, and it might be an X. I wasn't watching, but he does do that. I promise.
It's smart because you want to make sure you have an actual win condition going in, but right now taking a 4-piece off of the D-light dare, side air coming in, and I think I missed one move in the middle of that, but still going for the chase all the way to the sky as Pugsy is now pushing really hard.
Oh, he got the gravity cancel D-light side air off of the first D-light Sair, and Cosolix is deleted. That was all sword, that stock.
Yes, now I think this is what we're going to see for the remainder of this. Like maybe Axe comes in at the very end as like a final trade-off piece because it was working before, but right now sword is the win condition as you're seeing him get a lot of whip punishes, getting a lot of pokes. Cosolix afraid to go in for these sidelights. Finally finds one.
Oh, he got
gets
the
him off
save.
stage. Oh, he committed to far. He just missed that side air all the way off the stage. That could have been Pugsy going for reversal, but Pugsy smartly going back to stage.
Oh, now Cosolix has got center. He's got the lance, goes for the nair, dodges the weapon throw, but Pugsy gets a dare nair into a neutral light after he gets that wake up. The downer does not connect, and Pugsy makes it back to the platform. Cosolix gets a side light side air. That could be the stock here if Cosolix can get one good down air, goes to the ground pound instead, and Pugsy with the edge guard. Wins their both exchange. He tried to get in the way of the recovery. He tried, because if you get hit by the lance recovery, it just stops.
Yeah, like that was smart, but Cosolix waiting it out. Now Cosolix deep in the red. He pretty much can't take any hits, especially from Pugsy's like recovery right now. But the weapon toss snags him out the side of the stage. Game 5, last stop.
I have seen Cosolix in this situation before. I am recalling a Boomy matchup.
Yep, straight championships. That's the first thing I thought about
and
too.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, Pugsy, you've got you've got one chance where Cosolix just hits you with an amazing land string. Stair bounces him off into the stage. Ground pound doesn't want to risk it. Dare doesn't want to risk it. He knows wall slip's coming through, but he disarms himself.
Oh my god.
The Nair comes through. The downlight doesn't get him, and the D-light recovery is enough. Pugsy in game 5 gets the knockout off the top with that D-light recovery, just enough force to take it. As Cosolix, last stock Cosolix, no matter how much damage he's on, is so terrifying when he's got that lance. But we're seeing that string there. Awesome highlight reels for both players all the way around as they took turns slugging each other that game.
That was absolute insanity. I loved every second of it because we went down to game 5, but went down the last string game 5, and that was in the middle